Got my notes for today. Check it out. I just thought about this. Literally, I was about to start the video. I was thinking, man, everybody nowadays does too much, right? But now we are in the generation of people who don't feel like they're enough, so they do too much. And I think that is a very pertinent thought that I had right before I made the video. Y'all women, man. See, look, let me start the video. How I be doing it. See me out here? You see me out here? See me? No, I mean, I'm doing what I can, but look, I got blemishes. I definitely ain't got hyperpigmentation. Ain't got no pigment at all. But I got, scars. I got ingrown hairs. Teeth ain't white. I'm right here. I'm here on my own too. Wrinkled shirt gang. I'm here. No filter, no disguise, no mask. So let me just start off. You guys are big fat liars. Liar. And this is very, very, very toxic behavior. Now, who is excluded for this tongue lashing? Maybe if you have like a commercial deal, or you're in a movie theater, or if you're an actress, whatever. Like, you gotta do it. It's your profession. Got you. But for everybody else, even you makeup salesmen, you guys are selling everybody some snake oil. It's modern day snake oil. And what is the new snake oil? It tells you this. This is even worse. It's better than snake oil, because this stuff actually works. It actually fools a lot of men, and it actually fools a lot of people in thinking that you look really like you do. You got people that are younger than you that are going to look up to you, and even though you don't actually look like that, you give them a standard as to which they can never ever meet unless they cheat. And that is what you teach millions and millions of people when you perpetuate this stupid practice, this makeup crap. So, why? Why do you lie? Why do you lie about your face? I have some ideas as to why I think it is. First off, it's probably because you're insecure. I don't know where it comes from. Maybe it's some childhood trauma. Maybe it's how you were picked on at school. I don't necessarily know. But we know this very sure. You're insecure. Why? I ain't got to do it. I don't do it. I've been picked on all my life. I'm not saying I'm better. I'm just saying you don't have to do it. You can just do what I'm doing. You can not do it. You can just actually be you, the real you. See, we want justice, right? We want social justice. We want things to be right. We want things to be fair, right? But you behave unfairly. You try and get an unfair advantage over people by deceiving them. You're not consistent with your own morality. So practice it. Practice what you preach. Stop lying about how you look, okay? Stop putting on a mask, a veneer of who you want to be or whatever. How about you just take it off and deal with you and have everyone want to deal with you? Oh, because you enjoy this double standard that you have here. You enjoy the fact that everybody has to go along with it. No, if you're going to say you're not insecure, don't even... It's like saying... It would be like me saying, I'm not white. Okay, but that's probably a bad example because I'm technically black. But you get what I'm saying. I am definitely white. You see what you see? I am the whitest thing ever made. Humanly made. I think that's possible to say. I think I'm the whitest thing ever humanly made. Or God made me, but I'm the whitest thing humans have ever seen. Right? What I mean by that statement is that your claim alone is self-defeating. A person who takes steroids and jacks himself up to hit the weights, he's not strong by his own merit. See, he might be strong, but only because of the enhancements. Get what I'm saying? You might be pretty, but it's only because of your enhancements. Because when you take it all away, you can't lift as much in the gym. When you take that all away, you're not going to attract as much attention, and not as much eyes are going to be on you. See, and you're because you're so insecure, and it's not just about your looks. See, it goes deeper than that. You're not insecure because it's not just because of the fact that you're not as pretty as some other women are. It's also because you deal with problems such as maybe not having a mother or father, maybe being picked on as a kid, maybe having some type of trauma that you're dealing with, and this is just an expression or a symptom of how you're dealing with it, you know. And the way I deal with me not feeling adequate is I make sure that I demand adequacy and I demand validation from the opposite sex or from my peers because of the way I look. See, you got to deal with that stuff, and you gotta peel back this stupid mask that you're wearing, or else you're never going to be able to start, or else you're never going to be complete, and you're not going to be doing it 100%. You're not going to be trying to be a better person unless you take that mask off. What else do I write down? You want to fit in. Everybody's doing it. You get more attention and more social proof, more attraction, more of a market by lying to everybody. Of course. If I was to tell you right now, you know, I could probably drum up enough money right now to rent a Lambo and make 20 videos in like 5 days of what I do for a living, how I got where I came, and whatever. And I could fool a lot of people, right? But eventually I will be found out, whether it's through time or somebody who's just clever enough or wise enough to see through my schemes. That's what you're doing. You're renting this face. It doesn't cost as much as a Lambo, but you're still renting this token or this material that allows you to have the perception of success, or the perception of beauty, the perception of being wanted. See, maybe it comes from, when I say that, it triggers something in my mind, like, why do these people feel like they want to be wanted so bad? Now, this is a problem with our society, is that cheating is what helps you get ahead. We have a superstructure of social media that kind of influences everybody to say, act one way. It's just inherent. It's just human nature. Like, if you got a blemish, you're going to want to cover it up. Or if you got like a cold sore right here, you're going to like baby it in terms of how people perceive you. You're going to talk like this. If your teeth aren't necessarily the whitest, or if you got a gap, you're going to kind of not really talk, you know, at such a way that it exposes your teeth, right? Now, this is natural to do, but there's an extreme to it, to where you're going about actively deceiving other people so that they can go along with your game. See, this is where it gets evil. Now, you might feel ugly inside, and instead of dealing with it, not only am I not going to deal with it, I'm going to create this new persona called the makeup version of myself, and I'm going to make you believe that that's who I am. You see how it gets petty, how it gets toxic? This type of behavior is toxic. And how does our society encourage cheating to win? Just by that. A woman who, let's just say, is a 7 on the scale of attractiveness can get to an 8 or an 8.5, maybe even higher, depending on how good she does her makeup. Do you see the problem there? What she's going to do is she's going to have a false image, which is going to make other people believe that she is the way she says she is. Case in point, my last girlfriend, I was so attracted to her. But this was old James. This was kind of like naive James. I didn't necessarily know the power of makeup at the time. So I would just tell her a lot, like, man, you're just so beautiful. Like, and I would always think, like, man, she was really beautiful. Until one day she came over. She was over my house one day. And I actually saw her without her makeup. And I guess, I don't know, maybe she forgot to wear it or what. But I just remember thinking, like, I remember what I said back then when we were in the office. I wouldn't have said that now. She was probably an 8.5 in the office, but without the makeup. She was a 7. She was she was a 7. But I just felt like, what the heck? Like, is this not fraud? Is this not cheating? It definitely is. How did she cheat to win in that scenario? The way she cheated to win is that she got me. Because I'm telling you right now, if you look average to me, if I'm not attracted to you, I'm not going to have that desire to want to like find you out, to want to figure you out, to want to get to know you, it's not really going to be that much of a priority in my mind. See, the more attractive you are as a man, I'll admit, like, it'll make me want to desire you more. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. But the problem is you're deceiving me into thinking that you're more attractive than you actually are. So this is how women cheat to win. But men, here's some gems I'm about to drop. See, when you see a woman, especially when she got makeup on, realize this, that she is more insecure than you. You are more confident than her in most cases. So therefore, act accordingly. See, be who you are, and don't be afraid of who you are, because right now she's only showing you just how afraid she is to be who she actually is. But how do we put that into a practical context? You see a woman with makeup, understand. You might think she's an 8 right now, but realize this, my friend, she is definitely not an 8. Because without the makeup, she'll look a little dusty. So therefore, treat her just like a woman who you would have thought was a 7 or 6, because that in reality is what she is. She's a 7 or a 6. But the makeup just gives her the lie, the shield, to deceive you and thinking that she's a high 8. Reality, she's not. Bam. Super gem. Now, what else did I write down? I mean, this is a pretty big rant that I've been going on about it. But what are some of the solutions you can do, ladies? What are the solutions? Now, if you're a dude, if you're a man, understand this. You know what? I'm going to make another video about that. But understand this, man. What you're doing in supporting this type of behavior, you're not actually helping this person. You're only validating her insecurities. You're only reinforcing her bad, toxic behavior. So you got to try and get her out of this type of thinking, because this type of thinking is destructive. And yeah, you might think it's, not that big of a problem, but it has very big problems in the future. See, if you're the type of person who can help somebody get through something like that, as a man, you're supposed to be. You're supposed to help lead a woman. Now, I'm not saying you're supposed to save her, because if she's not trying to help herself, then you toss her. If she's not trying to grow with you, then get rid of her. I'm not saying nag her or henpeck to the point where it makes her miserable. Break up with her. Get rid of her. You don't want women like that. You don't just, they're not disposable, but they're disposable to you at that moment. Meaning they're not meeting the terms that you require as a man. So therefore, you get rid of her, because your morals and your ideas and the way you want to live your life and how you walk is more important than anybody. So you get rid of them. And hopefully they can grow on their own, but they're not going to do it in your presence, because you got to respect your time, your values, your morals, blah, 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 blah. You get the point. Now, all you got to do, Miss Makeup, take it off. Accept it. It's kind of like a person who's on painkillers. They don't necessarily get to see how much pain they're in, so therefore they can't really assess themselves, so therefore they can't really grow, because they don't have a reference point of actual pain. They don't have a way to gauge progress. They don't have a way to push against that pain to hopefully grow. See, the painkillers that you're putting on your face, it's a way for you to stop how bad it feels to be actually who you are. You might not be as pretty, and that's fine. Most women aren't. It's okay. It's all right to look like everybody else. It's okay. But what it's not okay to do is to lie. So, how can you improve your face? I mean, it's common sense. But this is a bigger problem. This is a bigger problem, because a lot of the solutions that I'm gonna map out, which are very, very simple and very, very easy to figure out with just a couple of seconds of thought, are the way people want to live is not conducive to solutions. For instance, you can't work as much because you're always tired. So therefore, you should go get more sleep, and maybe you should even consider taking less hours at your job, or less responsibility. Oh no, but you need more money, right? Because you're in debt, right? Because you have all these obligations, these financial obligations that you have to be beholden to and you're a slave to. So therefore, you have to stress out. You have to work extra long hours because you got to pay the interest on your debt. You see the problems? So then you got to choose, is my sanity, is my mental health, is my image, what's more important? living a certain lifestyle or being better. See, everybody wants to do things. Everybody wants to do things the easy way. Everybody's doing things the same way. And it's not getting anybody any harmonic results. Yeah, you might get some money. Yeah, you might get a car. Yeah, you might get a trip to whatever. But you have no peace. You have no real happiness. You have no fulfillment because you're chasing what everybody else is chasing, what the whole entire planet is chasing. So why not just do this and just turn from it and do something else? Like, yes, you can go to the gym, start small one day, then it turns into 2 a week, then 3. Then you start focusing on what? Your diet. Your diet will help with your face. It will make it seem a little bit clearer. The oils you use, hydrating, getting more sleep, staying away from alcohol. But a lot of these times, people want to live these lives, right? They want to be a social drinker. They want to party a lot. They want to go to gatherings. They always want to be out in the nightlife. They always want to be living a certain lifestyle, and it actually ends up hurting your body. So, I try to give some solutions. I'm not necessarily an expert because I don't know about women's beauty that much. But I think health, if you start from there, it'll actually help you. But I'm saying stuff that you guys already know. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like y'all should know this. But I'm warning you guys. I'm warning you guys. If you don't want to be honest, then you can't expect an honest person. You can't expect people to be honest with you. If you don't want a liar around you, then you can't be a liar yourself. So stop wearing it. Yeah, I know it's hard. I couldn't imagine because I'm not a man or not a woman, so I don't know what it's like. But it doesn't matter. What's wrong is wrong. You gotta do what's right. So, that's the end of the video.